Welcome to Highly Questionable. Got a little more room to operate today. My name is Bomani Jones. This is some guy's father, Gonzalo. That is Kobe Bryant antagonist Raja Bell. Raja, what we have on the show today?
Are we really cool, with Kyle Lowry walking off the court in the middle of a game to decompress?
Vamos, papi.
Get ready for the best episode ever. Should we be taking the Cavs 10-0 roll through the playoff more seriously?
It is becoming very difficult for us to find compelling ways to discuss this series that we all thought was over before we started. Hey, Toronto played a good game last night up until the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. Then the game ended. You have to give the Cavs some level of credit, though, because we've seen what they looked like earlier this season. We see how much better they look right now. Some of that is independent of the opponent. But then, the O part of the 10-0, that does have a lot to do with the opponents.
Look, we should be taking the Cavs more seriously because they're 10-0 and they're playing the best basketball that they've played in the last 2 years when it's the most important. Yeah, the Eastern Conference isn't that good, and it remains to be seen whether the Cavs can win a championship or not. But those relationships that we worried about last year with the Cavs, with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, they look like they're stable now. People should worry about the Cavs.
Pretty soon will be forgotten. Once they make it to the finals and they drop 4 straight to the Golden State, they'll forget about this run. I'm guaranteeing you that.
He is right about that, though. If that were to happen, it would be like none of this happened. It wouldn't matter who they played right now.
We're all cool with Kyle Lowry heading off to the locker room in the middle of the game to decompress.
There you go, Kyle Lowry. Now we've got something else to talk about from this series. The Raptors look good in the first half, and then with 2 minutes left, Kyle Lowry just is in the injury timeout. He just said he needed to decompress a little bit and get away. By the way, while he's walking away, his boys are getting blown out of the building and the game is in the process of ending. There he is. Gone.
Look, Kyle Lowry, in about a week, you'll have all the time you need to decompress, get your body right and your mind right. Right now, while the series is still going on, while you're the best player on your team, please be out there with them when it matters the most, and that's closing quarters and closing halves. They went on a 12-2 run when you weren't there, and the game was over. Look, I went to the back after halftime and saw my kids to decompress or something like that, but never when the game was in the balance and my team was still out there battling.
Yeah, that's not the time for a mental health day.
Oh, yeah, the same thing is going to happen to LeBron when he goes to Toronto, because, that Toronto crowd is nasty. Inside and out, they're nasty. He's going to go and decompress, too. You watch and you'll see.
He's trying so hard right now. He's really running out of the answers, and the Warriors hadn't looked as good as he expected.
Is Gary Payton just another old guy throwing shade on the Warriors?
Man, Gary Payton. If you could think of anybody less like Steph Curry, I don't think you get farther away than Gary Payton. The glove, the man from the era of hand-checking defense and nobody was better. He's really not here for the Warriors. He thinks they're overrated, like a lot of the older guys think that they're overrated. He also thinks Steph Curry had no business being the unanimous MVP. And all I want out of this is a driveway game between Gary Payton and Steph Curry. I know Payton can't keep up with him right now. I just want to hear what he has to say.
Man, I would love to see those two go at it. Two polar opposites in the way they approach the game, the way they play it. Let Gary get his mitts on him and see what happened. What Steph could do with that would be fantastic. What I take away from it is the older guard. Fellas, if you're listening, my generation and further removed, you can't win when approaching the Steph Curry topic and whether he should or shouldn't be the unanimous MVP. It always sounds like sour grapes.
Why should we ever listen to ex-NBA players? What do they know?
I had a similar thought that I got here. It was like, we're just going to make this work.
Hold on a second, fellas. Hold up.
Is Dwight Howard brave for admitting he's scared to take jump shots?
Yes, the Dwight Howard vulnerability draw 2016 continues. It started at TNT, where he had an intervention with Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith. It continues to now, where he did an interesting interview with Jackie McMullen, where he talked about the fact that he's afraid of taking shots. He said he talked to Kobe Bryant once, and Kobe said, take 1,000 shots. Not because of the ones you'll make, but to understand that sometimes you're going to miss them. So I have to say, I appreciate him being honest about it, because pretending like you're not scared isn't going to make him any less scared.
Look, as a former NBA player and someone who would have been on his team, I have to worry about whether Dwight Howard is confident enough, swaggy enough to be the Dwight Howard of old, right? He's asking for a max contract this summer. You can't be afraid of missing shots. You think Kobe Bryant, you think Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, you think they were afraid of missing shots? Who cares what the public thinks? If that's your job to shoot shots, whether you make them or miss them, do your job.
Wait a second. I just realized something. Dan isn't here, is he? No. Yeah.
You picked that one up.
He doesn't look over there very much during the show.
should Ben Simmons do everything he can to prevent the Sixers from drafting him?
I came into the league under different circumstances, so I was really just happy to be there. I would have played for anybody. Having played 10 or 12 years in the NBA, I know for a fact that there are many situations players get into and dictate where they go. They don't have the leverage to decide how their fate will play out. When you do, take advantage of it. Ben Simmons, if you have leverage, use it.
Yeah, because Ben Simmons, we hear all the reports, he wants to go play for the Lakers, but the Sixers are leaning toward taking him. The draft is fundamentally unfair when you think about it. They tell you where it is that you're going to work. It's really hard to strong-arm that system. If he and Rich Paul, his agent, think they should do it, they should go ahead and try, because I see L.A. and I see palm trees. I see Philadelphia and I see the Sixers. The palm trees, they beat playing for the Sixers every single time. Small problem. This probably isn't going to work.
Listen, Ben, this is what you do. You go to the interview with the Sixers and you use your accent. You know, you speak like the Australians they speak. You said, oh, I don't want to play with you because it's too cool out there. You're not pathetic, right? You're Timmy. You know, I don't want to go through all the hassle, of putting the team in my back. They say that's it. The deal is off, mate. That's it. Cheerios.
I get so embarrassed when he does the bad accent in front of company. Like this time, I was almost like, I'm going to have to explain to him now that was an Australian accent.
Coming up next on my son Stevie's show, journalism.
I know who it was about, but I'm not going to say. But
Whoa, come on! No,
I can't tell you.
You can't do that. Do you believe John Starks when he says it was not him?
I don't know. It might have been. You got a chance. It could have been Starks.
We've done important journalism here today, Fat Joe. I feel like we've been after this story for a while.
It's been a quest.
Yes, it's been a quest, and I feel like you've just arrived. You've been the guy who got us there. Thank you for that.
Time to relive our quest for the truth.
Yeah, people say we don't do journalism around here, but for years we wanted to get to the bottom of the notorious B.I.G.'s. I've got a story to tell. What Nick he was talking about. We cracked the case this week. Diddy even confirmed it. So let's brag about how we got this done for the people. Do you get tired of people asking you if that Biggie Smalls song was about you?
That what now?
That notorious
people ask
B.I.G.
me
song.
about that wasn't me. First
I mean, look, Biggie once hit on Dan's girlfriend.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm not even 6'5". I'm 6'2", actually. So it couldn't have been about Big. I know who it was about, but I'm not going to say. But
Whoa! No!
I can't tell you.
You can't do that.
You shouldn't have
I
said
can't tell
that
you.
part
I
if you weren't going
can't
to say
tell
the
you.
next part.
Starks,
I can't
that's
tell
not
you.
cool what you
But I
just
just want to
did.
get it clear that it wasn't about me.
Whoa, but it did happen.
Who was it about?
I don't
He's
know if
admitting
it
happened.
truly had happened, but I heard something. But I
Okay,
can't-
no, you don't have to tell us who it was.
I can't reveal
but-
that. I'm not going to.
Well, just tell me this. Who on your team was about 6'5"?
I'm not sure.
It's
gotta
Hubert
go through the
Davis.
books.
Hubert
gotta
Davis.
go
Say it
through
right
the
now.
books.
It's
You gotta
say
go
it's
through the books.
laughing confirmation because it's Hubert Davis. Laughing confirmation.
I can't tell you. No.
I tell you this is the first time you ever said you weren't 6'5". This is the only
Yeah, I
time
wasn't
anybody has
6'5".
ever.
Yeah, I got to clear that up because that's been like people been coming up. Oh man, that song Biggie about you. No, I had never met Biggie before. I ain't never.
I mean, he
met
didn't say
Biggie.
he
God
met
rest
you,
his
to
soul,
be
but
honest. He
I
said he
never
met you, though.
I never met him. Yeah.
Last thing on this. What is the real story? You don't have to give us a name, but you know the real story?
No, I don't know
the real story?
I heard something about it. Like everybody heard, you know, what you guys was talking about, you know.
No.
I
heard
read it
the
online
song.
just like you guys. Yeah, I read it. That's why I heard it too.
No. We
read
heard
that
the
song.
song. You heard the story, John Starks.
We got a little bit of an HQ investigation going around here where we asked John Starks about Biggie's I Got a Story to Tell. He said he was not the Knick player involved, but he said it's a true story. You're friends with Biggie. Clarify the thing for us. Let's go. Tell us what's going on here because we want to know who's the player. Let's go.
I still don't know who that player is. Big wouldn't tell me. I've been doing my own investigation. I can't find. I don't know.
What you come up with in
So
your
hard.
investigation? What have you come up with?
Who are your suspects?
He was saying 6'5", trying to figure out what Nick was about 6'5" back then.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like an investigation at all. You haven't done any investigating on this. All you got is 6'5".
No, but I mean, yeah. He threw you off, though, because he also said rained out. A basketball game can't get rained out. So, you know, Big was trying to mess with you a little bit on there, too.
Do you believe John Starks when he says it was not him?
I don't know. It might have been. You got a chance. It could have been Starks, baby.
All right, but who's most likely? Do you think it's Anthony Mason? Who's your greatest nominee?
Out of my candidates, it would have to be out of Mason, Larry Johnson, maybe Derek Harper. Could have been any of that team. You know, those were the crazy Knicks back then.
Jada, your investigation sounds like it stinks. Like, not that ours is very good either, but your investigation sounds like it's just you sitting
That's
around
not what I
thinking,
do, baby. That ain't my thing.
Can you finally give us an answer to a question that we've had around here for a long time? You were very good friends with Biggie. Story to tell. Who was it about? Give us the Nick. Like, you're the closest we're going to get to this.
The guy, I could tell you, but I don't want to be disrespectful. But it was about Anthony Mason. Rest in peace.
Oh, it
So,
was.
like,
We just got it.
We got it.
We
So
just
you
got it.
know. You know.
I mean, it's been like that was like, it was about Aunt Mason. And Aunt Mason's my brother. I love Aunt Mason. But you got to also know that rappers, this is entertainment. So, you know, we stretch the truth.
Wait
we
a
change
minute.
things
Okay.
up.
All right. No, but that's okay. What he's saying there, because you're
No,
known
I'm
as
saying
being
the truth.
huge.
We
Yes.
lie, we stretch it. Something
But you're
happens,
telling us
we,
who
you
it's
know.
about. You're telling us it was about. You're telling us, because you talk to Biggie every day. You are totally credible on this subject. This is not something you're hearing someplace else. You know, because this is a breakthrough. Our show's been trying to get this for 2 years.
Well, what I heard, calm down. What I heard was it was about Anthony Mason. You know, that was the rumor. You know, that was a very strong possibility rumor. It was about Anthony Mason. Rest in peace,
Feels like
because
he's
Aunt Mason's
backtracking
one of my favorite Knicks ever.
Yeah, no, but that's good enough for me.
That's good enough.
Close enough.
That's good. We're close enough. We've done important journalism here today, Fat Joe. I feel like we've been after this story for a while.
It's been a quest.
Yes, it's been a quest, and I feel like you've just arrived. You've been the guy who got us there. Thank you for that.
Damn, I feel like I'm WikiLeaks or something, right?
She screams out, "Honey, bring me something to drink." He got back downstairs. More time to think. Her brain racing. She's telling me to stay patient. She don't know I'm cool as a fan. I got in hand. I don't want to blast her man, but I can and I will do. The Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that much prefers this new guy over the old guy. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, and we question them.
Do you question the length of this gather?
Sometimes the producers just like to see Gonzo get all charged up, because I'm pretty sure that this is LeBron in the second quarter. Is it LeBron in the second quarter? Here we go. You see this, Gonzo? How many steps is that?
Oh, he took about 5-6 steps, but the referees, it's LeBron, they're not going to call it.
Listen, that is pro basketball at its finest. Okay? They teach that in training camp.
5.
How many steps do you have to take before you feel bad about it?
4.5.
You guys want to see a worse trouble than that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Hotel room or come here and watch last night's game.
Oh, here we go. Who's number 19?
I know who is that guy.
Oh, man. I don't understand why you dribbled. Like, after all that happened.
I teach my 8-year-olds not to do that. Or burn the clip.
Do you question if this guy has a future in professional wrestling?
That's all we got. Oh, no.
Nothing good comes from
Oh,
such
no.
a-
What did he?
Does he have a future at all? Is he alive?
Well, I'll say this. That's a well-made table. I think you can take solace in the fact that that table was money well spent. How did he think that was going to end? That's all I want to know.
That was the dumbest move I have seen since this one here.
What's this? Oh, man. That sound.
Who does that?
No, never mind. I'm just stay here. Oh, man. Oh.
Look at his boys.
And they're all like, yeah, you ought to try it. You ought to try it.
Time to play the game that doesn't miss Dan one bit. See? Or no?
You tell us what to watch on TV tonight, and we tell you if we're intrigued or not.
Saturday on NBC, the Preakness Stakes.
The Baltimore that they don't show you on the wire. Yeah, I could be intrigued. It might be a Triple Crown situation with whatever that horse's name is that won it. Anyway, this is a retired infield tradition at the Preakness. It's the Porta Potty Run, and most of the things I want to say about this are proper for public comment. What is?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to say C as well. Just not for the ponies, but I want to see if I can spot my cousin Johnny in the crowd there on the infield.
I got to say, it's funny. We didn't do stuff like that at my college. All right, Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you ready for my pick? Are you ready for my pick? Is everyone listening now? My pick is going to be Uncle Lino. And the joke is going to be Fernando Perez. You know, I mean, this is a guy that has a lot of years of experience. Hey, riding a horse. Fernando Perez riding Uncle Lino. Oh.
If you want to know how he picked Uncle Lino and Mr. Perez, the last race he picked Majesto, but called him Maiesto, who finished 38 lengths behind the winner.
He was closing fast, though, you know. He was closing fast.
Yeah.
He never gave up. He finished. He got to the end line.
Sunday on TNT, Dunk King.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of this. I saw a 29-year-old guy who said his job was entrepreneur. All right. Anyway, 16 contestants. They're dunking for $100,000 like the American Idol of dunking. They say they got a cool dunk for us to see.
If Kwame can score big here, that could put him in a good position to secure a spot in our top 8. Here he goes.
Oh!
There it is.
Wow.
The ping-pong game is over.
That is a strong no for
Let's
me.
go with it. Let's go.
I do not
The
understand
ping-pong
the
table
whole
is
concept.
5 feet wide. But to
You
clear
understand
it,
the concept,
look
or you
where
mad you
Kwame
can't
took
do it?
off from.
Both.
I'm just asking.
A little bit of both. I like my basketball to have passing and shooting and maybe some pick and roll.
I do want to see all these contestants play in a pickup game. Because if they can do these things, but they're not on an actual team, I'm assuming there must be some real deficiencies in their games. Poppy, are you intrigued?
No, I'm not intrigued. You know, Charles Barkley is in that show. I don't want to watch him. Charles Barkley, you him.
Wow. I would like to see Charles Barkley try to do that ping pong dunk, though, just to see.
I'd like to see Charles Barkley dunk over anything right now.
Oh.
On Showtime, All Access Quest for the Stanley Cup.
Oh, it's a reality program behind the scenes of the teams that are going for the Stanley Cup. Just imagine how funny this would be if, for some Showtime synergy, Floyd Mayweather just showed up. What do we have?
Come on here, boys. Come on here. Wait for the puck and then get back. Whoa. That's hockey, baby. This game's heated up. Let's go win it.
All Access Quest for the Stanley Cup.
That looks great. That looks exciting. I'm probably still not going to watch a playoff game. Raja, are you intrigued?
I'm not intrigued. Know nothing about hockey. Cannot skate. All I do know is hockey locker rooms stink.
He is also from South Florida. This isn't really the hockey hotbed, regardless of what the Panthers do. All right, Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Well, you don't know anything about hockey?
Nothing.
What the hell are you doing in this show then? You know, I know everything about hockey. Ask me a question, any question about hockey.
What's the puck made out of?
Rubber?
Oh!
Got it.
He used to think it was made out of metal. I was hoping he was going to say metal. All right, name one team that's still in the playoffs.
Wait a second. It's coming back to me now. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. The Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning, no?
Which one of y'all told him about the light?
I'm a hockey expert.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
All right, Dan will be back on Monday. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you el lunes.
Great show.
My brother. Oh. I'm never never coming back here, ever.
He usually gets both of them.